Hi, friends.
Yes, it is.
David Spade.
Oh my gosh.
That's your dad, right?
I mean,
My dad's
that
David
was his
Spade.
tour, right?
We got tacos from our really good friend Jeremiah. Jeremiah, come say hi to everybody.
Hooray!
Thank you so much for bringing food. Well, this is going to be an eating stream, I guess.
He's from over
Mama Chavez in Mill Street, Leroy.
Pakistan. No. Just flew over to C-130.
haven't tried that before.
Oh my god,
Is it good?
It smells good.
it smells great.
All right.
Josiah McArdle is not here today, so I had to
Why not
set up the
second dinner?
stream. Yeah, right. It's crazy how much things have changed on our end. So I don't even
You
know
figured
how
it
to
out.
do Yeah, I
Are
hope
people
it's
seeing
okay.
this?
At least a few.
Let us know in the comments
Hi,
below
Donna.
if this is happening.
Yo,
If
I'm
this
about to
exists.
crack into some of these tacos.
Let's do it.
Do it.
Awesome. And after you eat the tacos, we need to
Go work.
like we're bulking now.
Right.
And then Pat, what should we do? I've been in that phase for a while.
So, some of y'all need to go to Beyond Driven Fitness and Performance. In Leroy, coincidentally, where the tacos were from.
I can keep
So
up.
go over to Mill Street and get some tacos, and then go over to Main Street and get your fitness
Thank you.
on at Beyond Driven Fitness and Performance. Maybe check out the 24/7 gym access
So-
or some of the
Yeah.
spin fit classes, or go say hi to Louie at the Beyond Boxing classes.
Have you done the Beyond Boxing?
I have not. I really should give it a try, but I think I would
Louis-
be embarrassed by how
Louis-
bad my cardio is.
Louis always.
Did you see the post he put out? I don't actually know when he put it out, but I just saw it today. And he was like, if you think you're all that, if you think you're
Yeah.
like this big,
Mhm.
tough macho guy,
That was today.
like go to a jujitsu, like a
Yeah.
BJJ class of any kind, and like the white belt with one stripe on it will like put you into a pretzel shape, like on the ground, like
What's your favorite
Yes,
position,
please.
Tyler? What is it?
downward
My
dog.
favorite,
With the
the Go-Go Plata.
Yeah, that's what
I like the, I just like the name. I'll put your ass in the Go-Go Plata.
He's right though. You think that you're pretty tough until you go there and some 14-year-old girl folds your clothes with you in them.
And it's the same with firearms, man. Everyone thinks they're a gunfighter. Like, no, like,
Thank you.
you know, I watched Yellowstone. Like, I know what I'm doing.
Hell yeah, brother.
Whatever.
You don't?
Have you seen that show?
It's a great show.
Have you seen where they try to teach? I don't even remember his name. Like the rich guy that's like building the condo place. His like special forces dude shows him how to shoot.
and he's
It's just so
so
he's
bad,
like,
yeah.
yeah. First of all, no hearing protection. They're just out there like,
Of course.
what's the hearing equivalent of safety squinting? They're just like,
Putting
That's-
cigarette
you
butts in
tuck
your
your
ears.
You're
shoulders-
not even there.
Tuck your shoulders into your ears.
Yeah. Like he goes, all right, like go into like a boxing
Try to
stance
close your ears.
and like go to like throw a punch, but like don't pull it back. So he goes to throw a punch and he's like, all right, now open your hand. Now put the gun in it. And then he just starts like, and he's an expert marksman. Like that's all it takes to teach someone how to shoot.
That's it, dude. That's
shot a
exactly
gun.
how I
was
learned.
like, oh,
Pat taught me that, actually.
I mean, I guess.
please no.
I've actually never really gotten too far into that show. Watched a little bit of it. Oh,
Dad, I'm
there's
a...
napkins all
That's
over
all
here.
right.
Hold on.
That's all right. We got people saying hi to us. Hi Donna. Hi Jim.
What's up,
Hi Fred.
everybody?
Hi, Fred.
guys
Fredo sent up. I just see a box.
These guys can't talk.
Is that a cartoon? Did you draw some cartoon that I can't see?
I can't. The emojis look up weird. Yeah. Did you draw that? This is probably great
Oh
audio
my
of
gosh.
bags and chewing.
It's fine.
Scraping.
It's fine. It's good stuff.
Yeah, just my chair.
Please, get some of these
and
nachos, dude.
Should we, whatever we don't finish here, we should probably preserve it, right?
There's
Can
only
we
one.
put it
There's
in
only one.
the
good way.
API bag?
It is FDA approved.
Put it in this micro environment.
I mean,
Vapor corrosion inhibitor.
it'll keep the chips fresh, right? Won't it?
It'll
Let's do a
probably
test. Let's put some chips in there. I'll eat it next
it'll
week.
probably dehydrate some of those jalapenos.
When I really bullied Jason, he did say it was food safe. But I didn't like really get him to say that. Like, I don't think we should post that.
So
You
you
just
did.
said you
You
bullied.
literally
Well,
just
You just
I
bullied
really-
the company.
I really pressed him. Oh my gosh. Should we tease the thing that we're doing this weekend? Should we tell them about it?
Yeah, we should. We're gonna.
Should we tell them?
We're gonna tell them tomorrow, anyways.
I don't even know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Yeah, fucking.
go ahead.
Tell them.
You.
I did just.
Oh,
put,
it's your
I did just
business.
put a sale out for the blend out
Yeah.
KSGs. That it said factory blend sale.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. We got a call from one of our distributors. They were like, "Hey, we bought up a ton of factory, like it's just a slight wrong shade of Cerakote the factory
There's
wanted."
nothing wrong with them. They just look. If you look at them hard enough.
Yeah. So fun, mechanically totally perfect. We got them. What are we blowing them out for?
Like $700.
Yeah. So $699 for a KSG, like hard to beat that. And yeah, this weekend, I think starting tomorrow, if you come down, we have done a little Willy Wonka hide a gift card in an ammo can sale. So we've got these green plastic MTM ammo cans, like the classic Hunter green.
Yeah.
What's the model number on those? Like the AC11.
5301-7S.
There you go. You know it. You love it.
Type it in, please.
For
Right
life.
there.
Got that right on my neck.
Tattooed
I have that barcode on the back of my neck.
I went to the barber today, Next Level in Brockport, and
They're
was
not a
like-
sponsor too.
Don't just.
We know you're watching.
Can't do
Sponsor
that.
us.
he actually is watching. Like, he sponsor makes me look good. Okay. He was like, "You guys are gonna drink 4 Locos tonight, right?" And I'm like, "You know what? Now, yes."
Yes.
So we got the purple drink.
Very nice.
So cheers. Tacos,
Yeah,
purple
but-
drink.
I already drank.
You
mine.
took one can and you poured it into 4 little cups.
I got
so
another
that's-
can.
This is one loco.
Because I have to be able to drive.
That was good.
This is
That was good.
a singular loco.
All you need is a quarter loco, dude. Like
For real.
So that would be a 16th of it.
it's like 16th of a loco.
6 years.
This
You didn't even let me finish our freaking promotion. We're putting gift cards in the ammo cans. You come down to buy an ammo can, you might get a gift card.
Wow, so hard to explain.
The ammo cans are sealed, so don't bother opening them up. For you.
Yeah. We'll actually take a finger.
But what about the Oompa? You said it was Willy Wonka style.
The
I'm
Go-Go
waiting for
Plata?
the
We ground one up.
Oompa part.
We ground one up. They were spread them out.
What's this?
Mild salsa.
Mild salsa.
Ooh.
He's in the tacos, actually.
These are delicious tacos. They're not sponsors, but they should be.
You know they're watching.
They better be. All of Western New York is watching.
6th Street.
So what are you up to, Jeremiah? How much can you talk about your recent expeditions?
Uh,
You come on camera.
oh,
There's no shit. Hold on. Take my seat, buddy.
oh, you good? Yeah, grab a seat.
This is our good friend Jeremiah. You've seen him in chat.
Oh, well,
Welcome to the stream.
thank you. Glad to be on. Put in retirement for National Guard, 22 years. Hopefully,
Thank you.
Effectively July 1st, if all things go through. So
Is that exciting? How do you feel about that?
22 years. Let's close the chapter. Move on with my life.
What do
Been
you
there,
want
done
to do
that,
after?
for sure. Well, currently I'm already working as a CNC machinist.
Cool.
Other jobs present themselves, I'll take it too.
What was your MOS?
89 Bravo. It's ammunition specialist and stock control. So ordnance was pretty much our field.
Cool. You told me about kind of what you did. Are you able to delve into where you were last? And
So I was with the 642nd Aviation Unit out of Rochester, New York, and we all did a mass deployment with several other units from throughout the country, National Guard units with the 185th ECAB out of Mississippi. So
very cool.
basically, with an aviation unit, we were overseas in the Middle East, more lines in Kuwait, keeping the logistics for the aircraft, for rotary wing aircraft, helicopters, and keeping them supplies moving up north over the borders into Iraq and other areas, and ferrying people and equipment and whatever needs for the warfighter.
That's super cool.
Cool.
Yeah. Keep that mission going. Making it happen.
They need supplies.
Yeah.
We got to keep them supplied, and we got to keep the aircraft going. So
Well,
that's what we did.
It's crazy how many jobs there are. in
it
the military.
it really blew my mind when I realized that, like I don't, you kind of grew up learning about like World War I, World War II, Vietnam, all those things. And there was this notion that like we have like the army, and like the army goes out and does the thing. And it's like you'd think it would be like the army, and like the National Guard is like, in case they get them over here, like we've got the guard like here. But it's interesting how they've like rotated out, it's like the entire contingent of everyone in the guards, the reserves, the everything, they've all gotten their chance a little bit to like gain that experience. That kind of blew my mind when I realized that like most of the fighting was done. I don't want to say by like the full-time guys. I'm sure they're putting in a lot too, but like it's just an interesting. I know for you guys it's probably nothing, but
So there's an interesting history. Is so I started off my military career active duty. So I did 4 years active duty, and then
Listening.
got out after active duty because I did my 2 combat deployments to Iraq. I got the experience. I put my foot in the water. I was a master procrastinator after high school, so it was like, got to figure out to do something with my life. And my father having me staying at home was not one of those options. So I went out and
yeah,
I went and I met my wife overseas where I was stationed in Germany, and came back home. We got married, and after being out for a year, I just kind of missed the camaraderie.
yeah.
Had a niche for it, so I went back in to the National Guard, and that's when my education on how it really works really evolved. It's like when 9/11 kicked off, we invaded Afghanistan. What a lot of people don't realize is 60 to 65% of all units that rolled into Afghanistan were all National Guard.
Wow.
And, over the years, learning and realizing even more is, so you see a lot of the aircraft that the military uses, it's all National Guard. It's all state owned. It's sometimes, for the Air Force, everybody sees, the big Air Force jets or the cargo planes or even the fighter jets. And they, they have that little tail, sticker on or paint on the side of the fin that, says the state where it's from. That's not active duties.
Right.
That actually belongs to that state. That state owns it.
Yeah.
So their National Guard or their Air National Guard or whoever it may be, they own that.
Wow.
They just allow the Air Force or the active duty people to utilize that.
Sure.
So it's the same thing with the aviation side for the Army is, about half, if not more, of the helicopters you see flying around, rather be active duty posts or around here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's all National Guard.
Yeah.
So National Guard actually has a large footprint throughout the worldwide. So
Wow.
we do a lot of stuff.
You're still involved with them?
Yes.
Can we get some recruiters out for Freedom Weekend?
I don't talk to recruiters.
No? I want a helicopter.
I don't talk to recruiters.
I need a helicopter for Freedom Weekend.
You show up,
Do you
30K,
like-
they'll bring you out.
Would you recommend, like, would you let your kids serve in the Army? Like, or I don't know if it's, it's easy to say, would you let them, or like, kind of same question to you, like, is that something you would recommend to them? Like, is that a viable career path
I've
still, at the tail end of your career?
I've told my children, look, figure out what it is you want to do in life and, make college a priority, or if you have a career in line, go for it. If you're not sure or it's an absolute last resort,
Mm-hmm.
then by all means,
Sure.
if that's what you want to do, that's your choice. Am I for it? Not necessarily, but
Yeah.
that's not my choice to make. That's
Sure,
their
sure,
choice to
sure.
make, so.
If they ask you, they say, hey, hey, Dad, like, would you recommend I go into the Army or the National Guard or the Air, the Air Force or whatever? Like,
Well-
just from your,
But what's the mission, right? Like, because ultimately, like, a big part of it is like, who is setting foreign policy,
sure.
Yeah.
right? Because like right now, it looks like we're headed into a war,
Mhm.
perhaps on behalf of, Israel, whether or not you believe
Sure.
in like that whole entanglement that we have going on
Mm-hmm.
with them.
Love how we said we were going to do a quick stream tonight, and now we're we're debating Israel and Palestine. And
No,
fucking-
no,
I'm
no,
just
no,
kidding.
no,
I'm
no,
just kidding.
no, no,
I'm
no,
just
no,
kidding.
you're not.
No, I know
It's
we're not.
genocide.
But like,
you see that? Like,
but you see what I'm saying? Like, ultimately, like, who's setting the mission? Who's setting
Yeah.
policy, and
I'm with you.
what's the mission? Because like, am I gonna go re-enlist so I can go die
Sure.
in Gaza?
Right.
Absolutely not.
Right.
Am I gonna go re-enlist so I can die in Ukraine? Nobody has convinced me
Mhm.
as of right now that like we really need to be overly concerned about, like, or we should still be funding Ukraine. Like nobody's convinced me that we're gonna win.
Well, that's why you go Space Force, right?
Yeah, I haven't run across a lot of those yet.
You haven't met a Guardian?
No, but the funny
That's
thing
what they're
was,
called. You
They
know that,
haven't,
right?
they haven't run across each other yet.
They'll work from home.
Yeah.
They just have a laptop.
it is hilarious though. When I was over there, we were all like reading Stars and Stripes, and we were laughing at the fact that we're not here to. Well, we poke fun at other forces, but we still work together. But we were
Yeah.
joking like, hey, they had an individual that's a member of Space Force graduate, U.S. Army Ranger School, and it's like we are all cracking jokes through that at the office. Like, please God, let me find out his last name is Lightyear.
Did he get like reduced? So you know how there's like Earth requirements. You got to do so many push-ups and pull-ups. Is it like reduced because of the low gravity?
No, he has
Of
to do
space?
more.
Like,
because he's
okay.
under,
It's
like,
like
yeah.
compensate. Yeah.
I wasn't even
Do a
sure
lot
if like
more.
height and weight, requirements
underwater.
even meant anything.
I know you've told me before, but when did you join the Army?
February 2006.
Okay, so you've went through like a regime change of, we have this kind of political philosophy, and then here's a different political philosophy.
Yeah, it was a lot different.
Kind of go back to what you were talking about. Like, does that influence whether you're going to sign up again or
100%.
not? Like, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Like because like you don't know what our how our posture changed while I was deployed.
Mhm.
Like during my second deployment, we went from Operation Iraqi Freedom to Operation New Dawn. So we weren't like doing direct combat missions anymore. Now it was all combat
That's because
service and
of
support and
the
advise
change
and
in
assist.
administration.
Yeah, it was 2008, 9, So like then it was all advise and assist type capacity. And so the ISAF was taking over everything. And so for me, it was like, these guys are not super competent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
It sucks that kind of stuff is politicized. I mean, it's all political, obviously, like the wars nowadays. But like, they're just, here's the objective. Like, let's get that done and let's kind of leave. I don't know. There's no way to leave that out of it, I guess. Like a new leader's going to come in and that's the whole point.
yeah, it was very eye-opening to me the time that I spent in the military as far as like what I thought when I went in versus what I thought when I got out, and like whether or not I would still do it. I would definitely do it again.
Yeah.
And I don't really have a lot of moral objections, I guess,
No.
because I'm not like, I don't stand on the moral high ground a lot, but definitely my attitude and perspective has changed.
A viewer said, his name's John. He said, I enlisted once and that was enough.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, thank you for your service. You came out, you did what you did.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Absolutely.
Another customer has a question for you. It's not related to the military. Do you have to have a permit to buy a semi-automatic rifle? Is it the same as the pistol permit?
Yes, I still do.
Yeah.
They're asking in general, like
That's something I think we all need to try to fight. We've obviously been a little preoccupied with the rebuild that we're working on, but as soon as we're back open, I really want to start hitting the activism hard again, like we were before. And I think that's something that just needs to go. Having to have a permit to own. I mean, we shouldn't have permits to own handguns to begin with.
yellow rifles.
But having it the most common and ubiquitous, like when you go to start owning guns, people say, start with a 22. And what 9 out of 10 doctors recommend a Ruger 1022, right? Like that's just the gun you start with. And it's just ridiculous that you need.
What doctor are you going to?
Pretty based.
I want that doctor, yeah. Very based.
We had another question come through. Do we have an outdoor range?
We have a range outside.
Indoor shooting.
We have a mobile pistol range that is in a shipping container. So,
And what will
it's-
be our range later is
Yeah.
currently outside.
Yes.
kind of.
And the highest caliber. you
No,
can
we
shoot is
do
pistol.
not. We wish we did. We tried, and where we wanted to do it, the town shut us down. Because-
Yeah, I'm definitely still open to doing an outdoor range. It'd be a lot of fun to be able to stretch your legs and go out to do some distance shooting. We got a lot of questions that rolled in just now.
Phil, we can bang out in two.
Yeah.
Whoa.
We miss you, and I appreciate you for thinking we're awesome. We're not nearly as awesome as you. He moved out of New York to Hood in 2019, and he wanted to know if they really make us do an ammo background check. And the answer is yes. Not only that, but I have to log every piece of ammo you get in that background check. So they're building a database on us.
I'm
Yeah.
guessing you have to log in kind of like how the military does it. Every lot number,
Mhm.
rounds,
Yep.
type.
I still argue though that like the
manufacturer.
way they wrote the law, it says you have to log any identifying marks on the ammunition, which there's none of that on the ammo.
Uh-uh.
That goes in the box, but I don't know.
Headspace.
So much of it, yeah.
Yep.
So much of that law needs to go away. Brad asked, "What's the highest caliber we can shoot in the range?"
In the pistol
50
range,
BMG.
Yeah.
it's a pistol caliber range, so it's so much the velocity as it is the actual caliber itself. So if you're reloading for like an old trapdoor in 45-70, you got like 45 long bolt velocity, then it's fine. But 1,400 feet per second or less, just because
Yeah.
one, the range can handle it, but the pressure can't. So you don't want blood coming out of your nose, eyes, ears, and everything because it's all going to equalize. Yeah.
Yeah, the container range has a lot of limitations to it.
It's
Once-
fun. I love the concept.
We're gonna keep it. We own it, so we're gonna
Hi.
once we fully reopen, that'll be great for like the private groups that we get that come in, or the student groups,
Sure.
or
It'll be like think of it as a testing range for when we have events.
Mhm.
So let's say we
Mhm.
have a suppressor company coming out or a machine gun company coming out or something like that. We can show it off out there and you can maybe buy tickets
yeah.
for that event and still have the whole shop available.
Speaking of events, what was that thing I saw on Facebook? Something.
Oh, Freedom Weekend.
Something. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
When is that?
Some sort of weekend in June.
When is
Yeah.
that?
So like, there's this thing called Freedom that most of our viewers
Only
We
happens on the
invented
weekend.
Right.
in this area, yes, the original Freedom Weekend. It's just a weekend full of fun, freedom, cannons,
Yeah.
music,
Music.
music.
Not about that. We have a ton of vendors already signed up. We're still
Still getting more vendors.
accepting vendors, right? We haven't reached that cutoff point yet.
vendors. I don't know what the cutoff point is, but we'll
There's
figure it
one.
out
Keep
together.
going.
Yeah.
Keep going. We'll start taking the woods over.
So if you have a small business that you'd like to represent down here, try to get some local support from obviously the Second Amendment community, or kind of, show that you support the Second Amendment community by attending and just showing your support. We
And
also
it's just fun. We give away a ton of stuff.
Mhm.
We're giving away a gun an hour.
Yeah. We are going to give away
That's what I said.
a gun an
Ugh.
hour, both days, Saturday and Sunday. So pretty cool. You don't have to necessarily be here, but you kind of do because of the way we're doing it.
You
Like,
gotta go to
Yeah.
Our friends at the
yes,
booth. Yeah,
each
you got to go to
vendor.
each booth.
So if
Yeah.
you become a vendor, you could be one of the people to give out the winning ticket,
exactly. Yes.
which we haven't really talked about. But I feel like
We'll talk
if you
about
give
that
away a
soon,
winning
yeah.
ticket. The vendor should get something.
Oh, that'd be cool too. Yeah. All of the, maybe we do like a vendor raffle and they get something.
They get the keys to the building.
I was gonna say an attaboy from whomever.
the
they
old
want.
building. Yeah. A stiff high five. Right.
You like still high
Something
fives.
else,
Yeah.
So Brad clarifies, what is the highest caliber we can shoot at the range when it opens back up? So that
25
range
millimeter.
is fully rifle rated
25
up
millimeter.
through like 300 Win Mag was kind of the highest. Again, more for
Again,
the,
it was more
the
for
pressure.
the pressure.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you could
Technically,
throw
like,
a 50 DMG through it. but
yeah, like the backstop we have
No one would
could
be in the
handle
range,
a 50 BMG, but please don't.
25 millimeter.
Matt says he's still trying to talk to someone about being a vendor.
Awesome.
Tyler, how can they talk to somebody about being a vendor? Why haven't you talked to Matt?
Does Matt talk to me?
Fritz Patriot Place. Come on, dude.
I'm sorry. if
How do
I
they get a
missed
hold of you? Why don't you leave an email?
Just
Skaterboy69. What is it? Come on, tell us.
Skater Boy 69. I need that email. It's probably already taken, but I need
$5,000 on GoDaddy or whatever.
Avril Lavigne, Skater Boy 69. Just email me.
Yeah. Have you sent us an email?
I haven't
Sorry,
fucking emailed.
It's all tyler.tfp@gmail.com or info@thefiringpin.ny.
you could literally just
I can what,
type
Pat?
it
Go
into
ahead.
the ch-
This is Josiah McArdle's job, and he's not here.
Okay.
I hate how I have so many Joes in my life that I have to like specify the entire full legal name.
There was someone I told him I can't hire you because there's another Joe. There's like a Josiah something.
We just hired another
Yeah.
Jay, Jason. Thanks, Jason.
No, that was the one I said not to hire.
Oh.
You could hire me.
No.
Jeremiah. We have literally like pretty much only J names.
It's just a J thing.
Nathan asked, Pat, did your leg get better after getting bit by that ATF spider?
Jesus. Did it get better?
Yeah, it's still pretty.
That was
I'm not.
good.
I'm not gonna be
That
able
was
to get
good.
the camera to.
Yo,
Yeah.
yo, that's necrotic.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah,
Did you get any
bro.
powers from that?
No.
Not even.
No. In fact, my calf is less powerful now because I have 25% less calf muscle.
I just want to know how did the spider go from Dave's house to his house?
Yeah. No. Thank you for asking. The leg is.
Looks like the eye of
Falling
something.
off. Like the leg needs to get tourniqueted.
Well, the good news is there's no infection. It's just literally like a
It's just
necrotic
dead.
little wound. It'll be fine.
There's no infection. It's just dying.
Yeah.
Pat, do this a couple times. I just want to see if it. Oh my god.
I saw a spider go from like out of the corner of his
Cartoon-
mouth.
cartoon.
Like, into his ear,
Oh,
like,
Dude, that's like my biggest
No,
fear,
no,
right?
no.
Is like having some sort of parasite under your inside of your.
Oh,
Dude, you have a bacterial parasite going on right now.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do?
Call the
What are you
doctor.
gonna do?
I'm gonna
We
call
all
the
die one
doctor.
day.
I would.
I was throwing jokes at Pat, saying, just like the Chuck Norris jokes.
Grab the knife and the whiskey,
It's
boys.
like
You know what to do.
It's like what Chuck Norris was saying in
I
that
don't know if it's.
Expendables movies, that Cobra bit him, and after 2 agonizing days, the Cobra died.
Yeah.
I sent a message to Pat. I'm like, so the spider bit you, and it just spontaneously combusted and exploded.
He gone. That's why I couldn't find him. That's why I
I'm
never.
surprised
saw
he was
him.
able to pierce your right in the muscle.
He was a very strong
He was
spider.
aggressive.
When Pat flexed, it actually just flew.
Shot broke a window. Shot a fang out.
You're walking on it pretty good.
Yeah.
So it's got to be.
That's why they're probably
Yeah.
yoked from all the pre-workout.
That's
I
what
mean,
I
your
mean.
family.
He's a very strong spider. He's even stronger now.
He's strong.
You're welcome. He bit me and he got powers. That's what happened.
So, man, I gotta go now.
Bit me and got it.
Yeah.
AIDS. Wow.
That's the only reason I want that. So every mosquito
Okay.
gets infected.
Do spiders have immune systems that would affect? I don't know.
Are there spider aids?
There has to be.
It's called
Some research.
spades.
Are the-
All right, stream's over. We
Is there a
got some
doctor?
stuff- We got some
We gotta do some research now.
Can spiders get AIDS?
Down the
Oh my
rabbit
gosh.
hole.
Isn't technically HIV? Can spiders get HIV? 'Cause
Wow.
is that the correct way to say it?
I'd love to know what kind of ads I'm going to get now on my phone. This
of
conversation.
Trulicity or whatever that is. Trulicity a drug for that?
Does your pet tarantula have HIV?
Sure,
There's still hope.
you're gonna open up YouTube and Facebook, and you're gonna have all these weird ads. Like, oh, it's Disney.
Probably already gets those ads for
All
reasons.
right, okay. I couldn't see too much.
Welcome to the stream, Jeremiah.
Oh my gosh. So we are going to do a kind of a short stream
Yeah.
tonight.
We got planning to
because,
do.
Yeah, we want to spend a little bit more time working on like the interior layout and design of the shop. We're getting close. If you haven't been down lately, it
You
does
need to be.
still. Yeah, you should
Come
come
down
down.
tomorrow for our giveaway.
Check it out.
With the gift cards.
And we've got a lot of work has been done on the range. They've got some siding up on one part of the building, like half of the roof over the range is up there, like getting some good work done. So I'm really hoping soon we can start getting to work on the main like retail building and just getting some stuff done. I love it.
It loves you.
Oh, it's not. So we actually do know Phil made a comment that our ATF viewers are enjoying this as much as we are.
Yeah,
We know they watch us.
100%.
It's all right.
They,
It's cool.
they already admitted it.
They're cool.
100%.
They
If
are
they don't watch today, definitely listen the next day.
based. Yeah.
Are they?
They just play it over the office in Buffalo here. Just on the PA system. Whenever you upload the
I mean, if they want, they can say hi to their local ATF agent this weekend at the Syracuse Gun Show.
Should we invite them to Freedom Weekend?
Why not?
We know how much they love freedom.
And weekends.
the last gun show that we went to that they were at was that in Buffalo.
Yeah.
And we dropped a bunch of our
Yeah.
stickers on their table. They thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, gave them a bunch of
stickers. Matt said that he emailed us. He said, "Thanks, guys. Our girls are transgenders, or the thing." So
I am
glad it's
probably
inclusive,
going
though.
back to school, so I'll wait for them to tell me.
I'm glad you're inclusive.
I am bug and bug self.
Now that I have 2 girls and a boy, I get the whole like Zay Zem thing because it's just easier. Everybody's the same. Hey, being. Hey, Earthling. Come here.
You're all equally worthless.
yeah, exactly. It's not out of love. No.
So my wife figured out after like 15 years of being in the National Guard why I'm never mad to go leave on a drill weekend or a month
Mhm.
for training and never bitch or complain about it. It's because we have 3 daughters and it's like my only get out of jail free card when I'm drowning in estrogen and I just need to go somewhere.
Bunch of testosterone.
You know, it's not even that. It's like, even people in the unit, we're up at Fort Drum in the back 40s. You're familiar with Fort Drum in the back 40s. That we swear to this day, that's where they filmed The Evil Dead. That's where the woods for The Evil
Is that
Dead
what their
is.
GWAT lasted 20 years, which is a bunch of dads
We don't
getting away
know.
from their kids?
Well, they're like, Sergeant Prime, why are you so happy to be out in the misery of everything? And I'm like, because I'm with you guys
Aw.
in the suck. And I have to get out of you away from everything.
Wait, hold on. I didn't want
He
it.
said,
I didn't want it in the cup with
took
the.
my cup.
No, your cup has
Can I have
cheese
some
and
more?
fucking-
No,
let's not do it over the.
Yeah, don't do it over the laptop.
You got cheese doodle hands.
This is my computer, isn't it?
It's the shop's computer.
Exactly. Such an asshole.
I
I'll
want purple.
just drink out of the.
Give me some purple drink.
Is this 5 local?
Come here.
That's all
You
I
have-
need.
Come here.
Yeah, well now it's 0.8 loco.
It's like-
0.8 loco.
Okay.
Now it's ugh. It's not even loco.
It's full.
Phil says that hey stupid in Universal.
Say that again.
Correct.
Phil says that hey stupid has always been Universal.
You can't use that anymore. They frown on that.
Really?
Apparently, soldiers nowadays are being issued feelings, and yeah, I keep asking.
No, your kids, your children. You said to your kids all day.
Same.
I mean, the schools ask them about stuff like that, but come on.
No,
Hey, stupid.
no.
What? It's
Jet says I deserve it.
No, I guess soldiers are getting issued feelings. I try to converse with the supply NCO saying, where's the NSN on feelings? When the hell they're getting issued feelings? It's not on my clothing record. Where's my feelings?
Even in like 2011,
Stress card.
2012, man, it was getting dumb back in like 2011 and 2012. I remember like being told that like we couldn't use like just physical training as like a corrective action. Like if you're gonna do it, you can do it like once essentially, but then like after that you have to like start like counseling and doing all sorts of like, you know what I mean?
So yeah, and yeah, it's the same with me. So when I had to deal with soldiers that had attitude issues or stuff, I thought outside the box. Yeah, you couldn't use physical activity. So I'm a sucker for history, especially military history, stuff like that. So it's like, okay, so if I can't physically discipline or corrective actions a soldier,
Mhm.
it's, well, I'm going to make them use the strongest muscle in their body. It's their brain.
So make them like
So
write essays
I will
and do
give them an
silly
essay
shit.
to write, and
Oh,
I
fun.
pick the topic. And I've always, and it's worked out quite well, is I will find a certain individual in history and say, write an 8-page essay on this individual, cite your references, cite your sources.
Remember
And where you're getting
APA,
it.
Chicago? What do you like?
What's that?
Chicago
Chicago.
style.
Chicago's the new
APA. I like APA. I'm an APA guy.
I'm not really. I'm more like one assignment, in the unit I'm with, it's the 642nd, which falls under the 42nd Infantry Division, which is the Rainbow Division, which has a lot of history going all the way back to World War One.
Mhm.
So I picked, shame on me, because
They picked. Didn't Dave's grandpa found that unit? That's why it's the.
I forgot the individual, but he is an important person in history because he was part of this unit that won the Congressional Medal of Honor in World War One, and then ended up being the founder and laid the foundation for today's Central Intelligence Agency. And they had to go through and read about this individual, and it blew their mind. They're like, I never knew about this. And now it really got them involved and wanted to learn more. So I find different important individuals in the military services say, hey, read about this guy.
So you use education.
Yes.
Roger uses a BGM 109 Tomahawk to discipline his kids. That's what I'm assuming he means.
So he just evaporates. His
Just, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't clean your room?
Oh yeah,
Done.
it's like it's like
Thumbs up.
and like my oldest daughter, she's starting to get into more of the vibe of things, but she says some of the stuff she's learning in social studies or history in schools, like the Great Depression, dry, boring subject. But
Mhm.
I told her, I'm like, it's a vague subject. Look at it. What involved them? And I'm more of a dark macabre type of person. It's like I like the dark side of history. It's like what was going on during the Great Depression? Wave.
Everyone was sad.
You have,
Gatsby was
Yeah.
funny.
you had organized crime that rose to power.
Yeah.
You had, all this excitement, happening and stuff like that. It's just like, well, they don't teach us this in school. Gee, I wonder why. But it's interesting.
Michael, he hasn't been on in a while. I've missed him. He said, somebody issue me a feeling. Hold me there. I'm 6 feet.
I hope we can give you at least one.
They're coming to Darien
Small
Lake.
field.
in the fall.
Oh, Creed?
Creed in 3 Doors Down.
Dave will probably be there.
Oh, yeah.
If I see you were there.
He's had that booked.
These are band.
Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop, fam.
Yeah.
Say that third time.
Now we've got to end the stream.
He's the one that started the petition that got them back on tour.
Our friend Dave unironically likes ICP. Do you like ICP?
I got no beef against ICP.
It's just funny. Like I'm not like he's the first person I've officially met.
I've never met
He's down to clown.
like an
And,
out of
like-
the closet juggalo. Yeah, I've never met.
Well, it's interesting. It's like so. A couple of my good friends in active duty, they're huge. In fact, one of them introduced me to my wife.
Just
Was
like
huge.
big guys.
No,
Oh.
they're huge in the ICP.
Oh, okay.
They're juggalos and stuff like that.
They're
And
probably,
it was like,
they're probably pretty big too, right?
but
It's like, can't get past the size.
I haven't talked to them in years. But I hope-
Phil says that Big Sardent, and he spelled it SARNT, Sardent, knows real fuck games. So,
Oh, yeah.
good job.
and that's not all of them.
So, now what?
I want to be down with the clown. I don't know. I can't. I'm going to change my entire life.
Ooh, wah,
Close.
I'm just saying you want to go on
The feeling that we're giving people is cringe. That's the
That
feeling.
would probably like play on that shuffle playlist, but no. Like, if you listen to ICP, you definitely have that song.
It's
You gotta
somewhere.
be careful though. Didn't they? There was a documentary I saw on Amazon Prime what the ICP did. I guess if you're a juggalo, you were immediately on the FBI's watch list or something like that.
That's it.
Yeah,
I'm on so many of those.
like the FBI was out they said juggalos or something like that, or like a known terrorist group or something like that, and they took
They just like to have a good time.
ICP actually took the FBI to the Supreme Court.
Who isn't a terrorist in the FBI's list? Show up to a board meeting at school.
Who was the guy that made a song out of like when the sheriff or the FBI raided his place?
Afro Man.
Yeah.
That was recent. That's one of his recent songs about him getting raided.
Jim brings up a cool thing we can talk about. Did you see that a judge in Minnesota, declared the inside of a private vehicle to be public property while it's on a public road?
Well,
Uh,
I
Sounds
haven't
pretty,
read up
like-
on that, but that
Sounds
sounds
pretty 1930s German
Yeah.
to me.
sounds very very dubious legal reasoning.
When they say private
me.
vehicle,
Is that in Minneapolis? Do you mean
own the
Minneapolis?
vehicle, or is it
Missouri?
like a rental? Like, what are they talking about
Oh,
when they say
yeah.
private vehicle?
Well, probably
Yeah,
like your
that's crazy.
individual vehicle that is your
Right, like
private
is it your property? Is that what they're talking about?
I don't really know if it mattered. Like if it was a rental vehicle and you're driving it and you're on the rental
And you
agreement.
signed off on it.
Yeah, I really
If it
don't
matters.
think that there's a there's a distinction there, obviously, but I don't
Right.
think there's a
You're
distinction
not like
and
the
a
owner.
difference.
Yeah.
I think it's a distinction without a
Minnesota
difference.
of all places. It's such
I
a-
think he wrote MINN, so I don't know if that's Minneapolis.
I think it is Minnesota because I
Yeah.
saw it triggered. a couple
Viewmore
times.
is trying to trick us.
What? Don't click that. Delete it.
I
Delete
have
it.
to click it.
Delete it.
It's like the big red
Delete it
button.
for the people.
I have to know what that
Oh
is.
my God! Please delete it. We think about all the other states passing laws while we just slowly descend. Yeah, it is sad that when federally the discussion starts going around of more federal gun laws, like whatever they pass at that level, we won't even really feel it because our laws are
Most of it's
so
already-
much stricter than what the federal assault weapons ban used to be. So a few more send us. He said it's the Afro Man music video. He made
Oh,
about the
okay.
cops. Okay, so you can
It's a
click
good
that
video,
one.
yeah.
Okay. Viewmore just seems like a spam bot. I'm sorry. Your name. I'm
We didn't
sorry.
mean to
Mr.
discriminate against your name.
I'm sorry, Mr. Moore. I'm sorry. Zeb.
Zaymore.
Say more. Promise it's not spam. So yeah, Jim clarified it was Minnesota, not full size soda.
Is this the
mini
Saudi
soda.
prince?
I already sent him the money. He says any day now.
I saw a good one about like Putin. Like, I'm the real Putin. They overthrew me and they have a clone in there. And like, please send me money. I'm at the airport and I can only get to Russia. It's like, here's a selfie and it's just like Putin. It's just so funny.
Smart boy.
I don't know if it's Pat Spider or what's going on.
Wait, what?
I got something.
Mike says he fell in the grenade for us and he clicked on that link and he didn't see any porn. So
No, I don't
immediately
like
closed
that.
it.
I'm not looking at that link.
I love it. I bet I know who Viewmore is. That's Neb.
Yes.
Seems like that would be.
You've got some classes coming up.
Yeah, April 27th is the first one. May.
It is. No, it is. It is. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. So yeah, April 27th, Pistol Fundamentals out in Wyoming County. Very excited about that. And then May 18th, we're gonna be doing some carbine stuff also out there
Fun.
in Wyoming County. Very excited about that. And then we're gonna do some more rifle stuff in June. Or I'm sorry, some more handgun stuff in June, July. Got a concealed pistol class coming up in August, and then in September we go back to doing a rifle class. I only had 2 rifle classes on the calendar this year. Nobody likes to shoot rifle as much as they.
What if I do AR
used
pistol?
to. Then bring it to the rifle class. Don't make my life more complicated. You know what
You know
we
what he
mean when we say
What are you eating these days? Clearly not a whole lot 'cause you're skipping on snacks. But he also says that you are a snack.
thank you, buddy. I
He didn't
appreciate
say
it.
that.
He
I
said
said
you
that.
keep
He
me
just said
hard. What
stay
did he say?
hard.
Either
It
way.
says keep me hard.
You just said stay hard.
Yeah. So I eat the same stuff I have always been eating. Honestly, I eat a lot of fresh fruit. I eat vegetables. I eat a lot of meat. Yeah. I like bacon and ground beef and steak
Kale.
and chicken.
Well,
no,
long pork.
not a lot of that. I like yogurt.
Would you try human?
I mean,
Real
I think
question,
I
would
think
you?
we need to define a few parameters for because, like, I'm not. If there's like human meat available, or I can starve to death.
It's the Andes Mountains.
Yeah.
Right, like so, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in like some sort of soccer team sort of situation.
You're just on an
Yeah, of
excursion.
course,
You're
yeah.
on an excursion, and
You've had half
There's
a
the
full.
option.
Bro, I will. Half?
We're in
I'm
downtown
used-
Rochester.
I'm used to only getting 1 loco, so if I'm getting 2 loco,
I might have 3.
There's a guy with a hot dog cart, and it says
I mean,
special.
realistically, yeah. I mean,
Super special.
That's like the old George Carlin.
whenever you eat a hot
Almost
dog,
like-
can you really be certain
The guy who's fat
that
and
there's
obese, or the
zero
guy who's
human meat
fat
in
and
there?
Jacked, 'cause he's got
Maybe like a
nice
digit.
steaks.
That's what I'm
and
saying. Like, I think the percentage. I think if you Google what percentage of human meat can be in a hot dog per FDA specification,
I mean,
There's
Think-
there's
it's not
book,
zero.
There's literally a book written.
the
about
jungle.
The
Yeah.
Highland
Yeah.
Reservoir kind of proved that too.
I was
Yeah.
drinking that dude for
Yeah.
months.
Fine.
it's literally not zero. Like there could be a certain percentage.
So you did a really
It's
good
like,
job
I
of
can't believe
being
it's not human.
a politician and dodging around my question, but you never answered my question. Would you try human?
If Gordon
if
Ramsay
it was
serves
like
it up, sure.
if it's like a life or death
What do you want?
situation, then yes.
What part would you go for first? I'd probably be a thigh. I'd probably go for the thigh.
I don't know, man.
Put it in.
I'm not really sure why. Why do you want me to say that I'm going to eat people? I don't know. Why do you,
You
try
know
to
why
get me
he
to
wants
say
you to
this?
say it.
Backstraps.
Oh my gosh. Well, do you want to solve the border crisis? Right. That's what it's like. Please don't make that a short cartoonist.
Yeah, please.
Cut that. Cut that out.
Too late.
Cut
Too
that
late.
out. On that topic, research yellow journalism and how the FDA came out.
Do we still have yellow journalism today?
I think it's like orange.
I don't think
It's like
any of it is not yellow.
When did it change from yellow journalism? Because that term's not really used anymore. That's like a historic term.
Yeah,
It
because
was
people
like
used to
Upton
be like
Sinclair when he
more.
wrote the. Didn't he?
The farm.
Yeah,
What were those things we
the
had to
farm
do
in the
with
jungle, right?
Yeah, the jungle.
The jungle.
Yeah.
Remember in social studies?
Animal farm. You're thinking of.
Animal farm. Yeah.
Remember in social studies class, you used to have to do that? Like they'd give you like an old timey like political cartoon
Yeah, and you
Oh,
have to,
in 3 to
yeah.
5 paragraphs. Like
we used to in our class.
put a
We used to have to,
DBL.
we used to have
What were
to
those
make
called?
data-based
Learning, maybe
Something like
DBE,
that.
database.
something. But I remember it was like a thing we had to do. And
It was the other way
yeah,
around for us. We had to make a political cartoon
Mhm.
with.
No.
We had to do it.
Just a big penis.
I did the
Well,
right to bear. When I did the right to bear arms, I did. I did bear. I did the actual bear arms. Like I did a brown bear with like guns.
So that was like the working title for the firing pin.
Was it?
From like probably like
my
2000
10th grade essay
like-
was a working.
probably from like mid 2012 until
So
sometime
my,
in 2013 when we like actually
Not my
formalized the paperwork. Like literally until the lawyer asked me, "What are we going to name it?"
Are you sure?
It was the right to bear arms. That was going to be the name of the store. Our logo was going to be a bear. Like, remember that? There's a famous photo of John Browning's son, Val, not Val Kilmer, Val Browning, and he was an army like ordnance officer,
Mhm.
and he's in his like World War I era uniform, and he's like shoulder firing BAR, just like from the hip, and he's like leaning forward a little bit.
Mhm.
And I had someone like draw up. I'll have to try to find it. I had a friend of mine draw up like a bear stuffed into like a doughboy costume, shoulder or like hip firing a BAR, and that was going to be the right to bear arms. That was going to be the name of the firing pin. We go into the lawyer's office, and he's like, "All right, like I'm going to go search the database and like the right to bear arms LLC. We'll see if that or whatever it was." He's like, "What do you want the name to be?" And my dad, Paul, was the one who actually came up with the firing pin. He had like a list. He had like 50 or 60 just like gun parts, like the
Before ChatGPT,
locking lug,
there was
yeah.
Paul Lewis. He's just like.
he just sat there one day and just wrote down a bunch of the bolt face, the
Higher
he
flash.
put the in front of the and yeah, the firing pin and stuff. So yeah, thank you for your essay.
Thank me for my service.
Thank you for your service. You actually done
You're
something.
doing great things for God and country, Cliff Ryan. Good job.
Jesus.
More than we ever did.
The third hole.
The third hole.
That's the VIP lounge upstairs.
That's the bathroom. Really though,
Feed lips.
if you find any new holes in the bathroom, please don't draw attention to them.
Please.
That's my friend Dave's. He pays a specific membership
The
for
only
that
way he
hole.
can make a living. Oh my God.
Poor Dave.
No, fuck Dave.
Jesus.
He's an old man.
Yes, I know.
You ever had
Dave.
fresh goldfish in the past 5 years? No, they're all stale.
These are
Fuck that
cardboard
guy.
shit.
I actually prefer stale Pepperidge Farms cookies.
Now,
And
yeah.
Like the
now.
Milanos or whatever. Like we bought like a fresh pack of Milanos and like, why don't these taste right? I was like, oh, because they're fresh. Like,
Eat like modern goldfish. And just,
yeah.
These haven't expired at all.
Nothing makes me happier too than going into a store and just like spinning around.
Yeah.
So
I love that trend now.
I went to Walmart and I recorded myself like spinning around one of his things so it wasn't like facing the right way on the shelf. And like I sent that video to him and I fixed it like afterwards.
Oh, I
Like,
did when I
complete
did
dick.
it.
Oh, I fixed it afterwards. But like people waited. I was like in line going through the aisle and like I stopped. And like people stopped and waited that were actually trying to buy that inventory.
Just so you know, I promise this is good.
I put it back. Yeah.
When I did it, I flipped his stuff over. I flipped it off, and I'm like, "Fix your shit. It's a mess." I just walked away.
Stop on a few.
That's the best. Good job.
That's great. Probably wearing Fire Emblem merch too while you did it. Oh my gosh.
Good night,
This was a fun
Donna.
stream.
Good night.
Very fun
It
stream.
was a fun stream.
Tacos, Jeremiah's.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a short
Josiah.
stream.
See, that's
This
why I think it's
asshole
gonna be a
brings
lot of fun.
tacos.
When we open up in the new building, we're gonna have the upstairs is like the member lounge area. We're gonna have like a studio with like glass walls. It's gonna look like a studio space, right? And I think it'll be fun to have like our diehard, members up there. And like if you want to come in and sit down and swap some war stories, like it should just be 2 hours of us shooting the shit and the camera just is rolling.
Eat your heart out, Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Jeez. We're already kind of close to his stats.
Pretty
I
much,
mean-
dude. 5109, 5110, 5111, 5112. It
These are
just keeps
crazy.
growing.
Dude.
It's like every second another person is joining.
I'm going to teach you guys how to read.
Thank you,
Spend
Sergeant.
some time learning how to.
God.
All right. What happens if I hit this end stream button?
Hold on.
Hopefully something. good.
Jeez. Yellow Journal and how FDA came about.
Dude, I already read that comment. Like, a
Yeah, but you just
no,
That
sent it
happened
to the
a
ether.
long.
I didn't.
Jeez.
Send you to the ether.
I'm sure you will.
I don't even know what that means.
All right. Well, good night, Donna. Stop sending people's texts out to the open. You're disqualified. You got me spinning on the keyboard and everything. The third.
That's got to be. We got to open a club.
The third hole. That's actually membership launch.
Just-
Like the third hole. I love it.
It's just a bunch of our super awkward, like just a bunch of us's just standing in a club, like no women. Yeah, like
Women would not be caught dead.
we're just sitting there. All right, please end the stream.
Yeah, get us.
Please end it.
Don't get us trapped in the internet.
Take me there.
Brandon wants you to touch us there.
Take me there.